Good evening, friends. Study with the Pala Engineering and Journal Geology Parvin Singh book. तो हम लोग 16 चैप्टर पे हैं और मोरी सीरीज शुरू करनी है, लेकिन उससे पहले बता दें कि ओलिगोसीन लोअर मिड मायोसिन सिस्टम में हम जनरल इंफॉर्मेशन उसकी कर चुके हैं और आज जो है हमें उसी में मोरी सीरीज करना है. दीज आर डेवलप्ड बेस्ट इन. तो कोशिश करिएगा कि आप जितना हो सके हिंदी में ज़्यादा कन्वर्ट मत करिएगा, हिंदी के पीछे मत भागिएगा. साइंस सब्जेक्ट है इसलिए इंग्लिश में करिएगा. हिंदी कोई बुरी चीज़ नहीं है, लेकिन हाँ आपका वर्क ये बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ा देगी, इसलिए नुकसान होगा. इसलिए मैं चाह रही हूँ कि आप लोग कोशिश करिएगा इंग्लिश में ही जितना हो सके लर्न करने की कोशिश करिएगा. फिर उसके कुछ देर बाद ऐसे लगेगा कि आप इंग्लिश नहीं हिंदी पढ़ रहे हो. आपके लिए यही इंग्लिश हिंदी के फॉर्म में आ जाएगी. अब जैसे मैं ये रीड करती हूँ, मैं भी हिंदी मीडियम की रही हूँ, लेकिन बहुत सी चीज़ें अब ऐसी हैं कि वो डिफरेंस नहीं कर पाते हैं कि ये हिंदी है कि इंग्लिश है. बस लिखा इंग्लिश में है लेकिन सब कुछ समझ में आता है. ठीक है, तो आप लोग भी कोशिश करिए. These are developed best in northwest Punjab, Jammu hills and are also represented eastwardly in the Simla Himalayas by the Shais and Kasauli beds. इन द नॉर्थ वेस्ट पंजाब. और मैप में डायरेक्शन देखिएगा कि जैसे पंजाब है नॉर्थ वेस्ट, तो मैप बनाया, इसमें ईस्ट वेस्ट नॉर्थ एंड साउथ डाला. तो नॉर्थ वेस्ट कैसे होगा? नॉर्थ वेस्ट ऐसे जाएगा तो पंजाब इस साइड है, तो जम्मू हिल ऐसे है, ऐसे जाएगी, एक ऐसे एक ऐसे. तो उसको डायरेक्शन को भी लिखिएगा और मैप में यूज़ करिए. बस इतना है कि हैं, तो ये हेल्पफुल रहेगा. इन द नॉर्थ वेस्ट पंजाब द मोरी सीरीज begins with the basal beds of conglomerates resting unconfirmed bellies over the Charat series of Eocene age. The basal zone is called the Fateh-Jung zone. The Mori series is made up of cells and sandstone, generally of various cells of purple, maroons and red, indicating their having been derived from the iron-rich sediments. It is divided into two stages, the lower Mori and the upper Mori. The lower Moris are characterized with cells of a bright purple color, sandstone of a grey to greyish brown colors, and some plants and animals fossils. Upper Moris are made up mostly of sandstones which are soft in extremity and pale brown in colors. They also contains fossils of some animals and plants. Age of the Mori is placed at lower to middle Miocene. Dagsai beds occur only in Shimla Himalayas or overlay the Subatu series of Eocene age are made chiefly of massive quartzite sandstones intervened by red mottled clay seam. Kasauli beds. These sandstones layer overlies conformably the Desai beds in the Shimla Himalayas. The sandstones are grey to greenish in color and so at some places clay bands, but the distinctly a red clay of the Desai formations are typically absent. They have visible traces of micas and are much softer compared to Desai sandstone. The Desais and Kasaulis beds may be considered extensions of Mori, Oligocene's lower Miocene of Assam. The sequence of this time period is represented in Assam by the well-known Bareil series and the Sarma series, which are important economically as well as being the source of rocks of coal and oil deposit of the northeastern India. Bareil series, the name is derived from a hill range. The series is made up of sandstones and cells. The cells are carbonaceous in character and the sandstones are of thin bedded and flaggy types in upper Assam's exposures and hard and massive in their exposures in Kashi and Jaintia hills. Although the marine estuarine origin of Bareil's rock is easily established from lithological evidence, these have not yielded fossils of any significance. Surma series. Rocks of this series rest unconformably over the Baril series in Upper Assam, in Surma Valley and Arakan's regions of the state. They acquires a thickness of more than 5,500 meters in the Arakan region. The series has been divided into a lower Bhuban stage 1200 to 2000 meter, which is made up of sandstone and arenaceous cells, and upper Boca Bills stage of silt conglomerates and sandstones which at a place are distinctly ferruginous in character. It is typical of a Surma series that they contain no coal seams. अब है शुरू द शिवालिक सिस्टम्स मिडिल मायोसिन टू लोअर प्लेस्टोसिन. तो ये टाइम जो टेबल है कहाँ टाइम इंटरवल हो रहा, तो ये आप याद बहुत ज़रूर करिएगा. ठीक है. Definition and distributions. Under the Shivalik systems are grouped rocks of low lying outermost hills of the Himalayas that had been deposited in shallow water conditions in times ranging from middle Miocene to lower Pleistocene in the geological history of this area. The name is derived from the Shivalik hills of the hardware in Uttaranchal. Rock of the same size and types had been deposited in similar condition in many other parts of northern Indian subcontinent and are known by such names as the Manchar systems in Sindh, Pakistan, the Makran systems of Balochistan, Pakistan, the Dihing system in Assam, and the Irrawaddy systems of Burma. The Shivalik system under descriptions extend from the Brahmaputra Valley in the east to the Banu Plains in Pakistan on the west. Local terminologies not withstanding. Lithology. The Shivaliks are a huge thickness, 5,000 to 6,000 meters of sandstone, cells, clay and conglomerates. The last named rocks occurring as a cap over the Shivalik. The sandstone are hard, compact and red colored in the lower Shivaliks, becoming grayish and softer in the middle levels and virtually becoming masses of loosely packed coarse sand with grits in the upper region. Similarly, cells show significant lithological variations as they pass upward in the stratigraphical column, changing from bright purple cells to light orange and drab colors in the younger formations. Classification. The Shivalik system has been divided into three subdivisions primarily on the basis of their fossils contained. Each subdivision has been further divided into stage named after place of typical exposure. Rich assemblage of fossils have been collected from many stages. The classification is summarized in table. A classification of Shivalik system. Subdivisions, stage and lithology is: Lower Shivalik 1650 meter, Middle Shivalik 2000 to 2500 meter, Upper Shivalik 2000 to 2500 meter. Kamliel stage, Chinji stage, Nagri stage, Andok Patans, Tetrot stage, Pinjore stage, conglomerates and the boulders. तो लिथोलॉजिकली जैसे कमलियल स्टेज में आता है हार्ड रेड सैंडस्टोन, पर्पल सेल intercalated and pseudo conglomerates. After GE Pilgrims, ये जो साइंटिस्ट होंगे उनके नाम पर है. GE Pilgrims, आई थिंक सॉरी आफ्टर ये कहाँ पे है ये नहीं मुझे समझ में आ रहा. जी क्या है बाद में बताएंगे. ओके. And red sandstones interacted red cells. तो Helvin, Titians, Tortonian, Nagri stage, massive, compact and hard sandstone cell, Sarmatians, Dhok Patan stage, brown sandstones, gravels, bed clays and cells, Pontayans, Tetrot stage, soft sandstones, dirty, white, clays and conglomerate, Austin, Pinjore stage, grits, sandstones and clay, soft sandstone, dirty, white, Villa Frenchians, and boulder conglomerate, conglomerates, loose sand, grits and clay. Cromarian. Life. A rich assemblage of fossils has been recovered from the Shivalik rock, which has given these systems a very important status in Indian stratigraphy. Most of the stage in Shivalik systems are typically rich in some mammalian fossils. Some important fossil genera from Shivalik are mentioned below: Carnivora, Amphiction, Heliodorus, Disopsalis, Sivanaceae, Crocuta, Canis, Mellivora, Lutra. In Hydrodon, primates, Dryopithecus, Brahmapithecus, Mecus, Shivapithecus, Papio, and Shimia. Proboscidea, Dinotherums, Trilophodons, Steglophodons, Equidyhyperians, Equus, Rhinoceratid, Gentatheriums, Erenatherium, Suides, Paleocirrus, Listriodons, Conohyas, Sanitheriums, Tetraconodons, Giraffaidae, Hydespitherium, Vishnutherums, Giraffe, Brahmapitherium, and the Bovidae, Permiacobus, Leptobus, Bos, and Bisons. Structure. Rock of Shivalik systems show great deals of foldings and faultings, indicating many orogenic movement. During and after their formation, the system's rocks have a thrust-fault relationships with the older Mori rocks, which have come to rest over them for a great part of their development. This faulted contact between the Shivaliks and other tertiary rocks is called the main boundary fault in Indian stratigraphy. It is now well established that a number of other smaller thrusts have affected the sequence of Shivaliks. Similarly, Shivaliks have been thrown into folds, anticlinals, and overfold at a number of places. The Shivalik formations show at most places steep inclinations, implying the influence of a tectonic uplift. Thank you. Please support it.